The morning began quietly, too quietly for a wedding day. Emma awoke before the alarm, her eyes opening to the pale light filtering through the curtains. For a moment, she smiled. This was the day she had imagined for years. She lay still, listening to the house. Footsteps, murmured voices, the soft clink of dishes in the kitchen. Everything felt carefully arranged. Her phone rested on the nightstand. No messages yet. She told herself that was normal. Emma stood and walked to the mirror. Her reflection looked calm, hopeful. In the bathroom, warm water ran over her hands as she splashed her face. She whispered his name once, just to hear it aloud. It steadied her. Downstairs, her mother was already busy. Coffee brewed, flowers waited in vases. "You're up early," her mother said, smiling. "I couldn't sleep," Emma replied. They exchanged a look filled with shared excitement. Years of preparation led to this single morning. The hairdresser arrived shortly after, then the makeup artist. The house filled with soft music and quiet laughter. Emma sat in the chair, eyes closed, as hands worked around her. Every touch felt deliberate. Every minute moved faster than she expected. Her phone buzzed once. She opened it immediately. Nothing. Just a notification from a group chat wishing her happiness. She smiled again, forcing the small doubts away. At the church, guests arrived in waves. Cars lined the street, sunlight spilled through stained glass windows. Emma waited in a small room behind the altar. Her dress hung perfectly, white, timeless. She checked the time. 10 minutes. Her father stood beside her, straightening his jacket. "You ready?" he asked. She nodded. Her heart beat faster, but it felt right. The music began. Emma took a deep breath. Minutes passed. The music faded. A whisper traveled through the hallway, then another. Emma frowned slightly. "Is everything okay?" she asked. No one answered immediately. Her phone buzzed again. This time, her hands froze. No message preview, just a missed call notification. She called back. No answer. The coordinator entered the room, her expression tight. "We'll wait just a bit longer," she said. Emma's throat tightened. She sat down slowly, dress pooling around her feet. The clock on the wall ticked loudly. 5 minutes turned into 10. Guests shifted in their seats. Emma's excitement drained, replaced by confusion, then fear. She tried calling again, straight to voicemail. The realization arrived quietly, cruelly. He was not coming. The silence stretched, heavy, unforgiving. Emma stood again, pacing the small room. Her veil brushed the floor with each step. "He's probably stuck in traffic," someone whispered. Another voice added, "These things happen." Emma wanted to believe them. She checked the time once more. 20 minutes late. Her chest felt tight now. Breathing required effort. Outside, the guests had begun to understand. The murmurs grew louder. Emma peeked through the doorway. Faces turned away quickly. Some avoided her eyes. Others stared with open concern. She stepped back, heart racing. Her mother entered, her smile gone. "I can't reach him," she said softly. Emma swallowed. Neither could she. The clock kept ticking. 30 minutes. The coordinator approached again, careful with every word. "She should Consider options, she said. Emma shook her head. No, she replied. He's coming. Her voice sounded thin, fragile. But even as she spoke, doubt settled deep inside her. She remembered small moments she had ignored, the recent distance, the unanswered messages. They rushed back now, sharp and undeniable. Another attempt, another voicemail. Her hands trembled. The church doors remained closed. The aisle stayed empty. Finally, her father spoke. "Emma?" he said gently. She looked at him. Tears burned behind her eyes, but still did not fall. "I think we should stop," he continued. The words landed like a physical blow. She shook her head again, slower this time. "No," she whispered. But the truth had already taken hold. Outside, the coordinator stepped forward. The announcement was brief, apologetic. The guests rose in confusion. Some stayed seated, unsure what to do. Emma remained behind the altar. She did not cry. Not yet. Her dream dissolved quietly, without drama, without explanation. When she finally walked out, it was not down the aisle. It was through a side door. The sunlight felt harsh, unwelcome. Cameras lowered. Whispers followed. Emma kept her head down. In the car, she stared at her hands. The ring still rested on her finger. She did not remove it. The drive home passed in silence. Inside the house, the decorations mocked her. Flowers, balloons, a cake untouched. She walked upstairs and closed her bedroom door. Then she sat on the floor. The first tear fell. Then another. Soon, the control she had clung to shattered completely. She cried until her chest hurt, until exhaustion took over. That night, the world outside moved on. Emma stayed frozen in the moment he never arrived. The church emptied slowly. Rows that had been full of whispers and perfume turned into polished wood and echoes. Emma stayed seated long after everyone else had left. Her dress felt heavier now. The white fabric pressed against her skin like a weight she could not remove. She stared straight ahead, breathing shallow, afraid that if she moved, everything would finally collapse. The wedding planner approached first. Her voice was careful, soft, almost rehearsed. "I'll take care of the rest," she said. Emma nodded without looking. When she finally stood, her legs trembled. Her mother wrapped her in a tight embrace. Emma did not cry then. She felt empty. At home, the dress came off slowly. Shoes, veil, jewelry. She stood in front of the mirror wearing only a thin robe. Her makeup was still perfect. She barely recognized herself. Sleep did not come that night. Memories replaced it. The following days blurred together. Messages from friends went unanswered. Emma stayed inside, curtains closed, time meaningless. On the fourth day, her phone vibrated. A message. "I'm sorry." Only 2 words. Anger replaced the numbness. She did not reply. That afternoon, she left the house. She needed air. She walked until her feet ached, until she found a small coffee shop downtown. Inside, warmth surrounded her. She ordered coffee and sat alone. Then her phone buzzed again. I panicked. I couldn't do it. Her breath caught. She stood abruptly. A man at the nearby table looked up. "Are you okay?" he asked, calmly. Emma hesitated, then shook her head. "No." He gestured to the chair. "Sit," he said. "You don't have to explain." She sat. Minutes passed in silence. "I was supposed to get married," she finally said. "I'm sorry," he replied. "My name is Lucas. Emma." He looked at her with quiet certainty. "Today doesn't get to define you." For the first time since the altar, she believed it might be true.